Hi everyone, this is Yelena from Amazonia BPC. Today we're going to talk about product photography for Amazon. This kind of topic will always sound a little bit simple and straightforward, and everyone thinks they know their way around product photography, and it's just not true. We've seen so many sellers repeat the same mistakes that are beginner mistakes when it comes to their listings, and they just don't see why is it important to invest in product photography because they just see it as their business expenses without actually knowing just how much more they're losing in lost sales simply because they're not representing their product the right way. Customer attention span has significantly dropped in the last couple of years, and a lot of researchers say that um, users mostly react best on visual content versus text content. So, transferred to general English language, that would mean basically your product title is there to get you ranked for, and your product image is there to make that customer click on your listing and drive traffic to your product listing. So, when it comes to your product images, there are a couple of general guidelines and rules we might be able to share with you, and we hope you find it valuable. So, when it comes to your main image, which is the first image that will drive the initial click to your listing, like I've shown here on this example on this search results page, I've typed in beard brush and comb set, and basically we have received a couple of very similar results. So when it comes to choosing your main image and what will be shown as your main image, you really need to think really hard about what exactly will be the best choice for you to put in the main image that will drive users' clicks to your listing. So here, for example, in all of these sets, what I can see that stands out from the competition are a couple of listings. Like for example, this one says it's upgraded. In their main image, you see that this kit has been upgraded. It has some additional elements to it. Or for example, on the other listing here, down below, we have a free ebook, I think they're giving it away. Or here you also have this badge that says that along with this type of product kit will go a free ebook. You will receive a free ebook. So this would be something that they are using as their unique selling proposition, as something that's attention grabbing that will make them stand out from the competition. Of course, you have to have a quality product, but usually what is used for marketing purposes is exactly that thing, which is adding additional value, or maybe you can represent your product from a different angle, or for example, in some cases, simplicity is best. So you will never know. Even some of the most experienced sellers can make the wrong choice when it comes to main image. So you really need to listen to the market. Like for example, there's this little tool that we use to split test which image works best, which is called PickFU, and you can engage this tool in order to generate quick results about what users think about different types of images and which ones they choose. So most of the time, it's going to be what you felt like, but in some examples, we've seen very different results from what we initially thought that will be their choice, and they actually choose something else. So we were able to turn over conversion rates for our clients by using this little tool. So um, if you can't use this tool for any reason, then I definitely advise you to test out, like over a certain period of time, let's say 30 days, you'll be using image number one. During the next 30 days, you'll be using image number two, etc. And then compare results, for example. And that way you will know for sure which one works best. So if I would say there's one general rule to choosing your main image, that's split testing. That would be the best way to go. When it comes to choosing main image, some general rules, there are two things that you really need to to do whatever the case is. And that is, the first thing is to make your images zoomable. They have to be big enough for users to see them really well when they click on the listing. And the second thing is to make your main image consume as much as possible white space as it is possible. Like for example, in this example, you can see that all these white corners are almost filled out with the product image. Basically, what would you achieve with this type of thing? You would achieve that your product will look closer to them, like it would look on a traditional retail storefront. It will look closer to them, like they can almost grab it. So that's one of the best advice we were able to give to our clients. So consume as much as white space as possible, like you can see in this. This is a perfect example. And the second thing, why is this a perfect example, is because this image is perfectly zoomable, it's high resolution, and you can almost touch the products based on this product photography. So why is this so important? There is no other way for users to know anything about the product if you don't show it to them. So you have to show it to them. You have to make sure that product representation in product images is relevant to what you have to offer with your product, and just make sure that they see it. This was the first image type. The second image type is expressing the pain points that your product has to solve. Like for example, in this image here, this is a memory foam knee pillow. So basically, knee pillows are pillow types that are below, between knees, and they serve to remove or make a little bit more bearable hip pain or maybe knee pain and stuff like that. It's mostly for older people. So here in this product image, we have a perfect example of exposing the pain points that your product solves. And there are many different good examples of how this could be utilized. So make sure that you think this whole thing through, and hopefully your product solves the problem, so we can use this as a USP to increase sales on your product listing. So that would be the second image that I would advise that you put as a second image. The third image would be basically solution to a problem. So if the problem is knee pain, then like maybe that would be a recommendation from a doctor, or maybe that would be pain release or something like that. In this next example, like for example, we know that this product is a cockroach killing bait. It's a very useful product, solves a very nasty problem. So here in this example, they show the product packaging, and in the product packaging, they show how the product works. And although it's not one of the best examples of visibility of the product, like ideally they should have extracted this specific part to a separate image that will show exactly how the product works. But still, it's visible enough, it's high resolution, so you can zoom it in and have a look yourself. So this would be a solution to a problem, showing up how the product works and what are the effects. Like for example here, in this small area in this image, they show what are the spots in your house where you can use this certain type of product. Another great idea for its product image would be showing some kind of product features. Like this product, that's a gardening tool set, has a lot of really good examples. Like for example, here we have all these elements that are included in this set, but also showing product features like they show that this product was made from cotton. Here in this next image, they show that it has this specific garden gloves. They have fingertips claws so that your fingertips don't hurt when you use it very often. And here that this is a very good example of how they show specific features that their product has that maybe competitors' products don't have. This is very good, very important part of the competitive strategy. Like for example, it's a safe lock, so ensures safety of products being used so that you don't clap your fingers accidentally. And it has rubber handles so that you reduce the pain to your hand, and also a hanging hole so you can hang it anywhere on the wall and you always know where it is. And this type of product photography that emphasizes the product features is especially important when you have a product that was tuned, which means you took a specific product and picked it. You want to sell this specific product that some competitors is selling. Before you went ahead and contacted the supplier and you ordered your inventory, you decided that you're going to negotiate with your supplier to improve upon existing features of the product. So basically, for example, if they decided to add a safe lock to these claws, then basically this is what their manufacturer would do for them. So basically, it's a problem solved. You have to make sure that you emphasize on the product features. This ensures that you communicate to your audience that you thought the whole product development thing through and that you really thought about their needs, that you solved them, and that you're able to offer them a problem solution to a problem at a very affordable price. So this is a very persuasive element of your product photography that you should use. That would be the fourth image, and the fifth image would be a lifestyle image. Like for example, here in this listing, we also have a lifestyle image. Basically, it's an image, product image that shows product in action, how it's being used, and usually it's done in its natural environment. Like for example, if a product is a kitchen product, then lifestyle images will be showing how this product is being used in the kitchen, obviously. For this type of gardening product, they show that this is a natural environment. It's an outdoor environment, so it's mostly used outdoors for gardening purposes. And this is a lifestyle image that shows, basically helps the customer to imagine what it would look like if they would be using your product. So it's very persuasive in terms of visualizing what the product would look like when they bought it. So I think that you should also include a lifestyle image, if possible, to your product listing optimization checklist. Usually it's done by models and by a professional photographer, but you can also do this kind of thing on your own endeavors and try something. It will be better than doing nothing, definitely. There's this last thing I wanted to share with you, which is social proof. This is not easy to get. One of the two of the most imperative things when it comes to online shopping that will persuade your customer to make a purchase are customer reviews and product images. So once you have all of the basics of product images covered, you will basically focus on generating great reviews and just make sure that your product is credible in front of audiences. But you can also combine these two concepts and showcase in your product images exactly what are some of the social proofs. Like, for example, if there is any type of user-generated content that you might be able to harvest for these purposes, then we definitely recommend that you use this. For example, I found this example that's a very simplified concept of social proof, which is before and after shots for a waist trainer. And this is a very ugly example of Photoshop. It's not exactly done right, but my point is the same. Before and after kind of shoot will show how your customers are able to achieve success with the product that you sold to them. So think about how you can use any type of user-generated content to your advantage and add that to your product images. For sure, it will help. So all in all, some of the key takeaways from this video is to make sure that you use high resolution images that are zoomable. Make sure you consume as much as white space as possible on the main image. Make sure that you emphasize all the product features, target the main pain points and problems that your product is solving. Make sure that you show all the product features, and make sure, if possible, to do a lifestyle photo shoot, which will definitely help your customers visualize the usage of your product. And split testing would be also one of the best advice that we can give you. Continuously split test, and keep in mind, and always keep in mind, just how important product photography is. And thank you for watching. We hope you found this video valuable, and follow us for more information. We'll be happy to share our knowledge. Bye bye.